Hello and welcome. I'm Brian Masterminch. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So I've been looking at scan tools lately, and I thought I would do a video on the one that I came up with, TOPDON TopScan Pro. Very convenient little plug-in into the data link connector. Has quite a few functions though. Go ahead and plug this back in. One thing I will say about it, a couple things actually, is I'm not being sponsored by this. They didn't, not being paid to do this video or anything else. This is just one that I came up with, talked to quite a few other mechanics as far as scan tools that they like that are convenient, what's the best bang for the buck. And this is kind of what a lot of them came up with. And so I thought, well, let's try it out and find out and see what it is. So for total disclosure, today is May the 10th, 2026. This scan tool is $99. Now, what I will say with this is it is a subscription. So it comes with the first year free, and it is $99 a year. So that being said, a lot of people say, hey, I don't want one with a subscription that you have to do pay yearly to have all the functions of it. Well, my thought on this is most scan tools are going to cost in the $500 range or more to do the functions that this one will do. The difference is with this, we can connect to a tablet or your phone, or basically tablet or phone, and this is your screen. So that's part of what saves you the money. The other thing that I thought about, big picture, is if another scan tool costs you $500 that will do the same functions, and this is $100, it's going to be 5 years before the payoff doesn't work anymore. So this was my personal take on the subscription for this. But tell me your thoughts on it. You know, what do you think about a subscription versus non-subscription? I'll admit I would rather have one without a subscription, but for the price over the course of it, you know, you get 5, 6, 7 years out of a scan tool. Technology changes, may not work anymore after that anyway. So that is just my take on it. But let's take a look at this scan tool and test the functions on it. So as I said, you can use the tablet for this. You do have to download an app on an Android device. It's called TopScan. So I've already downloaded it on here. This is what the app looks like. Set up Bluetooth. If you get a new one, you do have to set up an account, that sort of thing. I've already done all of that. I'm pretty sure that's not what everybody's interested in doing. Pretty easy to set up, though. I will say that. Didn't have a problem with it at all. So when we go to our home page, this is what we see is diagnostics. IMMO, so supposed to be able to learn new keys to vehicles with it. Engine performance, IM readiness. Anybody that doesn't know what IM readiness is, this is the monitors that the vehicle has to run and pass if you go through a mission. So it's always good to know what is in there. Let's go ahead and go into that. I'm going to key on the vehicle, and let's go ahead and go into this. Okay, so let's say since DTC is cleared. Okay, here it comes up. Now, what I will tell you is yesterday I was playing with this, and I intentionally set some codes on my vehicle here. It's 2019 Honda Odyssey. And so I cleared them. Well, that's what readiness knows. So we haven't driven it since, and so we have quite a few readiness monitors that have not been run past yet. This is exactly what I would expect to see. So that's good that it has it. But let's go in and look at some diagnostics on here. So if we just go all the way into diagnostics, you do have to install the software. It's all downloadable here for whatever vehicle you're working on. So in my case, I own a Ram pickup and the Honda Odyssey. So we can see that I've downloaded Chrysler and Honda software on here. So if we go up here, we can hit this, and we can do enter a VIN, auto VIN, or scan a VIN. So we're going to go ahead and do auto VIN and have the tablet read. It does take a moment, but that's normal with scan tools. Okay, so here's the VIN number. That is the correct VIN. Confirm. We are in USA. Since it's a Honda, we have options Canada, USA, General, Japan, and Europe. So we'll just go ahead and hit USA. And here's our vehicle, 2019 Honda Odyssey, mileage, VIN number, confirm. Now, let's go into auto scan. There we go. And let's go ahead and scan. We could scan individual, or we can scan the entire vehicle. Let's just go ahead and run a whole vehicle scan on this. And it does take a moment also to go through all the modules. Okay, so scan is complete and went through all the modules. We do have one fault, and I was aware of this, in the driver support system. So this is part of our safety mitigation. So what we can do, hit this arrow, it'll go directly to that module, and we can then read it. So the initial scan does not tell us what the actual failure codes are. It just says there is. So then we have to go to the individual modules to read the codes. So I happen to know that this one is in blind spot information. And this code actually set yesterday when I was intentionally setting engine codes. I'll show you a little bit about this. So read DTCs, and we have a B18EA for the left side blind spot sensor. Now, what I read on this is that code sets if there's engine codes, transmission codes, brake codes, anything like that. As near as I can figure, I haven't driven the vehicle since I set all the other codes in it. So I'm pretty sure once we drive the vehicle, get all the monitors to run, that I'll be able to clear this code. So at this point, I'm not going to worry about it. So we're going to go back here. And let's look at some other information. So let's go into the engine control module. This is always the easiest to show information on. And we'll go ahead and read DTCs again. No trouble codes. We're pretty aware of that. Confirm to get back out. So let's go into data stream. So right now, we don't have much of anything going on. One thing I was going to mention is I figured this out yesterday on it. So engine coolant temperature is reading in Celsius. We can change that. We go into settings, and I saw this yesterday, unit right here. Maybe it won't let me change. Okay. The other thing we notice is we can graph data, either line graph or whole numbers. We can change those settings in here too if we want. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start the engine. And we can look at different data here. So I seem to be having an issue. I know I did it yesterday, changing that unit reading from Celsius to Fahrenheit, but that's all right. So what I wanted to do here is read our mass airflow sensor. There we go. Okay, got that in grams per second, which is how I prefer to read a mass airflow sensor, except I did not save it. Save, there we go. So this is actually a good mass airflow reading. Got a 3.5 liter in this. We're reading about 4.3 grams per second. That's a good number. So what I wanted to do with this is, well, let's go ahead and graph this. Save that. Now we have a line graph of our mass airflow sensor. Give it a little throttle. We'll see that change. There we go. It gives us whole numbers as well as and we can do that with any of the sensors that we want to monitor. So I really like having graphs to read information. Another good one, let's see, active tests. So this I liked also. So we're going to go key on, engine off. And I was just curious if these do work. They will work. So this activates the fan relay. We're going to say yes. And we're going to go and control is on, fans are running. So good bidirectional control on that. We can shut it back off. There we go. It's back off. And turn the ignition switch on and off, and there we go. Have many other functions we have here: evap test, AC clutch, fuel pump, on and off, injectors. So a lot of good tests in here. I was pretty impressed with this for a fairly inexpensive little scan tool. So a lot of other options in here. We could go to the, let's go to the brake. And so it says we can adjust our TPMS threshold, so tire pressure monitors, adjustment, brake pad maintenance. We can go in, set brake life monitors. And we're back out. So it seems that every time we go into one of those, it makes us run a key cycle. And that's fine. We can look at data stream. Data stream I really like. I like being able to monitor, especially wheel speed sensors, that sort of thing when driving. Always a good idea to have one person drive, one person monitor data, just as a safety precaution. Here, brake switch on, brake pressure. I'm stepping on the brake right now. Release it, everything goes off and zero, just exactly what we'd expect to see. So anyway, that's a good little rundown of this tool. I'm impressed with it. It's small, it's handy, it's something you're going to be able to keep in your vehicle with you if you want. Always be available and ready. So anyway, good bang for the buck on that one is my take on it. So I'm Brian Master Wrench. Thanks for joining me today. I'll leave a link below for this TOPDON TopScan. And thanks for joining once again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hit that notification button for the next time that I put a video out, trying to put them out fairly regularly. So hope you have a great day, and hey, happy wrenching.